Given there's still a heaviness to that name, Polytechnique, consider this. An ad from Canada's largest firearms rights lobby for a sale of clothing and other items with the promo code POLY. Imagine how that sits with the likes of Nathalie Provost, a Polytechnique survivor, so profoundly wounded she had to learn how to walk again. She spent decades advocating for stronger gun control.
Voilà.
So we met in Montreal to talk about that work and the belittling and online abuse and threats that now go with it.
Get the out of here with your gun ban recommendations, you useless.
That's one.
That's one.
If you think this gun ban would have stopped this shooter, I feel sorry for you. You're garbage.
Just a sample and far from the worst of what's directed her way.
It's violent and it's sexually aggressive. Sometimes it even threatened my mother.
Your mom?
Yeah. Why? Why do they have to threat something to my mother? It's so cheap. It's so small. It's not the view I want to have on my society, on the people with whom I live. So my strategy, even, I don't know if it's a good one or not, it's to stay naive. It's to stay a bit far away from it. I'm really lucky. I have colleagues who help me. Just don't go.
They shield you from it.
Yeah, because I don't think I can handle it.
Is it any wonder her friends and family want to protect her? That December night in her engineering class, when gunman Marc Lepine burst in, he separated the men and women and killed the women. Nathalie Provost was severely injured, shot multiple times. Still, she tried to convince him to stop shooting, encouraged her friends to play dead to save their lives. Even emerging from hospital, she was bold enough to talk, to try to protect and inspire.
I ask every girl in Quebec and everywhere in the world who wants to be an engineer to keep this idea in their mind, because engineering is a great profession.
She spread that message for decades, as well as one for more comprehensive gun control.
We built something for the safety of all Canadians, so the memory of my classmates are not lost, and I'm very proud of that.
Consistently, she tries to hold governments to account. Frustrated, she quit the Firearms Committee in 2019 because for all the encouraging words, action she thought was missing.
What does the finish line look like?
We will have a mandatory buyback. We will have something regarding magazines. We finally have a proposition regarding a definition of assault-style weapon that will be integrated. It's not perfect. We're not as strong as New Zealand, but we are going there. We want to have a better security for all Canadians. That's my goal, and that's what I want.
A recent post buying into a trope of online trolls that Nathalie Provost may not be the victim the world knows her to be. Mass shooting survivor has become a title that's pretty hard to believe, the post reads, and goes on to suggest she could not possibly have been shot with the weapon she suggests.
You went through so much, and
they are lies flung like dirt, including that she's paid for her activism, which she emphatically denies.
We have been accused, and even one of the candidates for Prime Minister in Quebec, to be liars and to be using what happened to us for our own credit. And what can I say to that? We had to survive. We had to cope with it. I had to repair my wounds, to learn to walk again. I cannot understand. There's some place where I don't have any capacity to fight back.
Must be hard wearing the mantle of being strong and inspirational. Expectations pile on.
You symbolize the interrupted dreams of my classmates.
Every year after the shooting, she's been there, standing alongside female engineering students, pushing politicians, sometimes encouraged to run for office.
I really contemplate the possibility to do that, because contribution for my society is at the heart of my life. I really think I could have done a good job as a representative.
But the threats are so aggressive and the criticism so aggressive, you're saying,
the
forget it.
impact of all social media on representative is so important that I don't think that my mental health will resist it.
Saving some of her strength for her own health, maybe never imagining she'd find herself a type of target again. But if some want Nathalie Provost to stay quiet, they can forget it.
Those 14 women are still with us, alive in a way.
After all she's endured, she says she will not be bullied into silence.